Five college kids stumble across an abandoned Mayan ruin and soon find out that it's an ancient evil trap. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we are going to start something new here. I came up with the idea of doing random DVD reviews. DVD is a platform that has lots of horror movies from the early 2000s and 90s that went straight to DVD and then were lost forever and were never to be seen again. And I love thrifting for these movies and finding them at random thrift stores and just coming across movies that I've never heard of before and probably would have never heard of if I never thrifted for them. And sometimes you can find hidden gems, kind of like we did today. So I'm not sure how often I'll do these. I'll just treat them like regular movie reviews, and I'll just add them to a playlist of random DVD reviews. But without further ado, let's get into today's review. And today we are looking at The Ruins, that was released in 2008 and directed by Carter Smith. Now, this was obviously a blind watch. I never heard of The Ruins before I found it in a thrift store, and I thought it looked pretty cool, so I went ahead and picked it up for like $1.50, I think. I was very surprised with it. This movie has a lot of good gore, has some great character building, good special effects with some cheesy CGI, but at the same time they didn't use it too much, so it was very good horror effects and just an overall good story. You're basically following these two couples that met this guy at a swimming party that they were at, and he convinces them to go on a trip with them to this abandoned or lost trail in, I think it's Australia. They eventually get to this place, which it's a pyramid, and they soon find out that how the locals act and what it's doing to them, that it's an evil ancient trap, and it has like this evil vegetation. That's the only way I can explain it, that comes for you when you're asleep or when you're least expecting it, or if you ever enter the pyramid, it comes for you, and it basically just consumes your entire body. It starts growing on you. If you touch it, then you're induced into this evil trap and you have no choice but to stay on the pyramid. There's a little boy at the beginning of the movie that one of the teenagers throws a bush that's a part of the pyramid, and it hits the little boy on accident. And spoiler alert, but they are trying to force him to go up on the pyramid because he touched vegetation, and he refuses, so they shoot him. So let's get into what I liked about The Ruins. Characters are actually way better than I thought they would be. I thought that this was going to be a super cheesy, bad acting movie, and it truly is not. The characters are very well played in this movie, and you are rooting for them as you go. You're wanting to know what's going to happen to them next. You're involved in each of these relationships between the characters, and it's just overall good character building and good friend group building, better than I would have expected. And this movie gets the ball rolling super fast. I mean, I think within 20 minutes they're already on the way to the evil pyramid. It's very short setup at the beginning, effective but very short. It just gets straight into the action, and that's one thing that I really like about this movie. It doesn't take long at all to get into the main part of the story. And like I said, the gore was really good in this movie. There is some serious cringe-worthy gore in this movie that I was not expecting. I was literally cringing watching this movie in some parts. There's a scene where they are forced to break this guy's legs and cut them off while he's awake, and it is just gnarly. And later on, when a girl is cutting herself because the vines got inside of her and you can see them crawling around, and she just gets obsessed with these vines because they're crawling all over her and her head and everything. So she takes a knife and just starts cutting herself all over trying to get these vines out. It's super gnarly stuff. Definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's definitely taking after like a Saw type style. And some of my favorite horror movies are when a group is secluded and trapped in an area that they cannot get out of. That's why The Thing is one of my favorite movies, and just lots of others like The Shining, where they're just trapped in this place and they know that they cannot leave. They have to deal with it where they are, and they have to figure out what they're going to do to get out of there alive. And this movie has that effect to the fullest. I mean, you have the locals that are standing outside the pyramid because they know what's going on. They speak a different language. It's not Spanish, it's not English, it's like their own language. So they can't communicate with these college kids, and they know what's going on. The college kids have no idea. So every time they come down from the pyramid trying to negotiate, they're just aiming their bows, aiming their guns, just threatening him until they go back onto the pyramid because they know that they are screwed and they have to stay on this pyramid. And I really like the setting of this movie. It's super bright and sunny. From the extras that I watched, I usually always watch the extras after I watch a movie. They used very little lighting tricks. They pretty much just used the lighting that the outside gave them because it was shot outside, and it gives it a really cool look to it. I just love the grittiness of that. It was just it set off the tone for this movie perfect. It was how this movie was meant to be shot. And I really like how when this movie starts, these kids are very innocent and regular, just fun college kids trying to have a good time. And by the end of the movie, they are just complete monsters. It just really shows how crazy the pyramid drove them and how much they experienced just within 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever it was. They experienced gruesome stuff that they probably would have never seen ever in their life. And it just changed them completely from super innocent college kids to almost like war veterans by the end of the night or by the end of the days that they were there. So the only real complaint I have with this movie is I wish they would have explored the pyramid a little bit more. They pretty much just stay on top, which it's still very good, and I do like that vibe. They go down, they really only have one big scene inside the pyramid when the two girls go down, and it's a good scene. It has the bush that's just completely overtaken the inside of the pyramid, and it's attacking these girls while they try to get out. It's a really cool scene. I kind of wish they would have had at least one scene where the entire group goes down there and maybe finds something or clues to what this could be. Other than that, I think that it didn't hurt the movie without it. It's still a very good movie and really just a small nitpick. So with all that being said, surprisingly, I'm going to give Ruins a 4 out of 5 stars. I think this was a very, very good and underrated movie. I think more horror fans should know about this, and because I never hear it talked about. I literally never heard of it until I picked it up at the thrift store. So definitely go out and find Ruins and check this one out. It is worth having on the shelf, and I will definitely rewatch it over and over again. So if you guys have heard of this movie, tell me what you guys think about it, and we can have a discussion down in the comments. Let me know if you guys collect DVDs and what random DVDs you guys have found and some hidden gems that you have found. Let me know down in the comments. I am very interested to hear that. I've gotten pretty addicted to thrifting DVDs here recently, so I'm expecting these random DVD reviews to be coming out, more random DVD reviews to be coming out very soon. So let me know if you guys enjoy them. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.